I define inspiration in marketing as something of vital importance actually. But before I dwell into that, let's just talk about the customer journey, because sometimes inspiration in marketing is very, very important to secure the click to a website and actually people putting the products in your band, in a wagon. But on the other hand, sometimes it's not. To give you an example, yesterday I did all my grocery shoppings for this week. Detergents, toothbrush, vegetables, things like that. In that way, I do not need the inspiration. It's a swift customer journey for me, the right products, the right price, I can get it delivered at the time that I want. So inspiration per se in that customer journey is not interesting. But being in that example still, on Saturday we are having some connoisseur friends over for an Italian dinner and I don't know what to do. So in that perspective, I need the inspiration. So the website that I can actually provide me with that kind of inspiration will get the order. And the good thing is we are talking about how important it is in marketing. The more inspiration you can get to your target customers, the less they're looking at exactly the price. So you're actually putting down the value of the price, so to speak, is not that important if you give great inspiration to the customer. So to sum it up, I think it's extremely important, and I actually think that is something that we should be way better than we are actually doing today. And it will be more and more important looking forward, but not in all customer journeys. The Coop brand plays a vital part in our marketing, no doubt about that. Living in Denmark, we have about 5.8 million people living here. 1.9 million out of the 5.8 is actually a part owner of this cooperative Coop is. So everybody knows Coop in Denmark. We don't want to sell products that is not environmentally friendly. We have a very, very strong CSR DNA in our company. We are really green thinking, so to speak. So the Coop brand plays a vital part in everything we do. The way that we compete with Amazon and the other very big tech giants in the whole world is actually we don't want to compete one-to-one. Meaning, if you compete one-to-one with these really big, humongous big tech giants, you will definitely lose. You will never have the largest assortment in the world. You will never be able to beat them in tech, in marketing, whatever. So the key thing here is not compete one-to-one. It's actually competing where they are weak. So what we are doing at Coop is actually we are curating our different offerings. And when I'm talking about curating, it's about we only want to buy things with a good CSR background, which is a green background. Meaning for you as a customer, if you want to buy a bike or some vegetables or something like that from us, you will know that the way from the people producing that kind of product to your doorstep, the whole chain, the whole value chain there is done in a CSR-friendly manner. And that is something that is extremely important for us because we know we will never beat Amazon, Alibaba, the kind of these things, these big giants, because we don't have those kinds of resources. But we have something else. We have this very strong CSR profile, and we are Coop, owned by the Danes. The way that we work with data in Coop is that we are in a very fortunate position because we are a very, very big corporation and people are utilizing both our brick and mortar shops and our e-commerce site more or less on a daily basis. So we can gather a lot of information and data, but we have to use this data with respect from the actual people giving it to us. So we're actually using all these kinds of data, mixing it in, and with the help of machine learning, then serving and showcasing the right products based on your behavior and the person that you are. So with respect for all that, I think that the way that we utilize this first part data is of vital importance, because in that way we can serve the right products at the right medium, at the right time that serves your specific needs. One of the biggest advantages of using digital media is actually you can react in real time. So this is Monday morning. We thought that, hey, the weather will be great. We will sell swimming pools, for example. But actually it turns out that the weather forecast actually says it will rain for the next 3 days. And when it rains for the next 3 days, we know that there are specific kinds of categories that we will not sell a lot of. So we will change what we sell in the next 3 days based on that information. And we can change that literally within hours because it's digital and because we run the whole marketing value chain for ourselves. We have our own graphic department, we have our own text department, and as I told before, we have our own media department. So we can do and we can change our marketing activities more or less within hours if we choose to. And that's one of the greatest advantages of digital marketing. We have insourced our media insight because it's so important for us to know, are we doing good in digital marketing or are we not doing good? And if you insource it, you have to look at the figures 24 hours per day, so to speak, 7 days a week. It's of great importance when we're talking about the results that we are actually achieving within Coop. So we need people to actually look at these figures, look at this data on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, so to speak, so that our investments in the social media, and the digital marketing, and etc. are utilized in the best manner. And the reason why we've insourced it, because we find it extremely important to look at it and look at the different data and look at what's return on those different kinds of marketing activities. And we can do that today because the marketing channels provides cockpits, dashboards that are very easy accessible. So you don't need a background from a media agency to do this stuff. We have actually, of course, we've hired people from media agencies, but also from Facebook, for example. So they're actually doing this kind of stuff for us. The more data you can take out from the different dashboards, and the more data you can take out from the market and give that data to the creative people and the creative process, then you have a much better creative output at the end. Because you're not just looking at, I think, I believe, my stomach is telling me this. No, you're actually looking at real data.